Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. I'm Ethan, and today's top story highlights the basketball teams. Our girls ended their amazing season this weekend with a bittersweet loss to Tupelo, 52-58. Our boys won against Starksville, 43-41, and will be advancing to Jackson.
This past Friday, we knew we had a task on our hands. Starkville, very, very good team that can be considered, the best in the state as well. We played Starkville down in Hattiesburg back on the 30th, I think it was, of December. They got us, and they kind of beat us up a little bit. So going back into the game, we knew some expectation. I gave my expectation of the guys what kind of game it would be. It's going to be a physical game. It wasn't going to be a high-scoring game. So if we keep shooting from the outside, not making shots, that's going, it's going to put us at a disadvantage. So I'm thankful for the guys. They took the game plan, the scout report, and we came out, we played. Starkville, again, considered a good team. And as I guess kind of was misquoted in one of the sports writers or whatever, every game that we play to this point is a state championship game. So, yes, Starkville, that can be considered a state championship game. The game against Northwest Rankin can be considered a state championship game. And we're going to take every game in stride. We're going to take it one game at a time. We're not going to look ahead. We're not going to look past Northwest Rankin on to either Olive Branch or Brandon, because the task at hand now is Northwest Rankin, and they're definitely good enough to win a state championship. Every team with Final Four. We got 2 DeSoto County team versus 2 Rankin County teams. So we know what we're up against, and fortunately we played them before. We had success with each team that's left in it. We've had success, but that just make them, I'm sure, feel like I felt against Starkville. They want to get their leg back. So we knowing that going in, so we're gonna make sure we prepare accordingly, and hopefully we're gonna have the same success and victories.
Congrats again to our Lady Eagles for an amazing season. We have another student heading to state. Marva will be advancing to state in the women's powerlifting.
All right, guys, today we're here with
Coach Jackson.
And we're going to talk about the powerlifting.
Saturday, Marva did a great job. She came in first place, and she also set a couple records. She set a record this year on squat with 445. She also set a record on bench with 240, but her record in state is 250. So we're working on that. We're building up to get her back to that and beyond. Her deadlift was 385. She also broke that record this Saturday. She lifted 400 pounds with a grand total of, let's say, 1,100 points, 1,100 points. She's doing a great job in the classroom and also in the weight room. Once again, our state meet will be March 31st, so that'll be at the end of the month. We also have Bryson Brown. His powerlifting meet will be this weekend, this Saturday, to go to state. Bryson placed second place last month to get to North Half, and he's doing a great job in the weight room. He has also increased his bench from 265 to 315, and he has another week to get that higher. But Bryson Brown will be competing this Saturday at Lewisburg to go to state. Marva Jones will be competing at state in the Coliseum in Jackson, Mississippi on March 31st. So please be there if possible. It's on a Saturday. If you see her in the hall, congratulate her, show your support. Go Eagles.
Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to send out a quick reminder to go and complete that student comprehensive needs assessment. This is important for us because it helps us pay for a lot of the stuff that we get for you guys, like our mental health therapist and a lot of the other things that we pay for with our federal and state money. So it's really easy to do. You just have to do 3 easy steps. Number 1, you go to hlh.desotocountyschools.org. Number 2, you just scroll down, click on Comprehensive Needs Assessment. It's right there close to the top. And then number 3, you just answer the questions. Okay? So far, I got some numbers here. So at Horn Lake High School, we have 369 freshmen. So far, only 91 have taken the assessment or the survey. That's only 25%. We have 346 sophomores, only 101 have taken it. That's 29%. We have 319 juniors, only 51 have taken it for 16%. And then 294 seniors and 33 have taken it at only 11%. So that's a total of 1,328 students, 276 have taken it for a total of 21% of our students. So we're still missing over 3/4 of all of our students to take this quick and easy survey, all right? So if y'all could go do that for me right now, that would be awesome. Thank you.
This week's featured hot read is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds, the poor black neighborhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend, Khalil, at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon afterward, Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer and a gangbanger. Star's best friend at school suggests he may have had it coming. When it becomes clear the police have little interest in investigating the incident, protesters take to the streets and Star's neighborhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is what really went down that night. And the only person alive who can answer that is Star. But what Star does or does not say could destroy her community. It could also endanger her life. Angie Thomas's searing debut about an ordinary girl in extraordinary circumstances addresses issues of racism and police violence with intelligence, heart, and unflinching honesty. To check out The Hate You Give and other featured hot reads, check out the Horn Lake High School library today. Joseph Richard Winters was an African-American abolitionist and inventor born in Leesburg, Virginia, to an African-American brickmaker and a Shawnee Indian mother. The family relocated to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania around 1840. Joseph Winters worked as a farmer and later as a mechanic for the Cumberland Valley Railroad. He was a noted fisherman and hunter. Black and white residents long remembered him for his great nature knowledge and skills, especially in fishing and fly making. Joseph applied for a U.S. patent for a wagon-mounted fire escape ladder, and on April 8, 1879, he received a second patent for an improvement on the ladder. A few years later, he received a U.S. patent for a fire escape ladder that could be affixed to buildings. It has been erroneously cited that Winters was the original inventor of the wagon-mounted fire escape. Winters' version was patented 29 years after George Huttman and George Cornelio initially introduced the idea in 1849. However, Winters' ladder replaced the wooden ladder with a metal frame and parallel steps. Winters' innovation was utilized by the Chambersburg, Pennsylvania Fire Department, who mounted the ladder on a horse-drawn wagon. During the time Winters lived in Chambersburg, he was active in the Underground Railroad. It has been said that it was Winters who arranged the famous meeting between Frederick Douglass and John Brown before the latter's abortive attempt to take the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry in 1859. Winters died in 1916 and is buried in Mount Vernon Cemetery in Chambersburg. This week's feature vocabulary words are facilitate, fiend, and fleeting. Facilitate. Make an action or process easy or easier. Fiend. Pretend to be affected by a feeling, state, or injury. Fleeting. Lasting for a very short time.
It's now time for today's announcements. Pay attention. There's a lot of important information we need you to know. Career Tech applications are going to be due March 10th, Friday, before spring break. Seniors, it's now time to start sending us pictures for your senior video. You can send pictures and videos to our email account, hornlaketv@gmail.com. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your athletic schedules and your lunch menus. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.